Summary of Torah Ohr Daf Ayin Gimel. So this is to explain the statement of the Medrash Rabbi that ha'aves hein mרכבה, that the forefathers are the mרכבה. The idea of mרכבה is something which is totally bottled, totally nullified to what's beyond it, and with that is able to lift what's beyond it even higher, like the chayos in the mרכבה of Yecheskel, that they are below, they're in the world of Bria, and they lift up the world of Atzilus, Adam to loy Adam to even beyond Adam. And the question is, how do the avos function as a mרכבה like this? Because the avos, number one, are in Atzilus, they're not below Atzilus, so how they're lifting up what's below it. The idea is like a horse carries its rider, or a chariot carries the people sitting in it. They're not below, they're in Atzilus. And number two, the chayos, although they're lower, they have a source in Olam HaToyah, in the world of Toyah, therefore they're able to bring what they're lifting even higher. Whereas the avos are within Atzilus. How do they bring what they're lifting higher? And both they don't have a higher source, and they're not below what they're working with. So the explanation is that the avos are the midas. And midas, on one hand, are lower than seichel, because you need intellect both to create emotions and to guide emotions to the right place. On the other hand, emotions have their own source, which is beyond intellect. The source of intellect is in the subconscious mind, but still related to the mind, intellect. Meichas tima, kayach the meichas tima is the hidden mind, or kayach the power of thinking, whereas the source of emotions is in the keser, or in the pleasure, in the inner self, and therefore the emotions which represent the avos can bring seichel, intellect, to a place beyond itself. And this is all through coming together, that the avos are opposites. Avram is on the right, which is hamshacha, bringing down, giving out, whereas Yitzchak's on the left, restraint, ascending beyond. But they work together and they come together, and especially with Yaakov, who internally includes both being the highest and the lowest. So this sort of idea of fitting everywhere is through an overarching light, which is beyond everything and allows opposites to work together. And that's also the idea of Zachar and Shamar being said at the same time, because Zachar represents hamshacha, bringing down Hashem's light. Shamar, observing, represents restraint and going up to Hashem, halal. So they're opposites, but nevertheless they come together. Now Friday night, the main focus is away from the concealment, away from work, now going back into myself. Whereas Shabbos day, the main focus is giving back a greater light to where we were throughout the week. So Friday night is halah, elevating beyond, and Shabbos day is hamshacha, giving back a light from beyond to what we were, to our regular week and the regular world. And it can come together, Zachar and Shama can come together through Matan Torah, through the giving of the Torah, because at the giving of the Torah, we were given this opportunity to bring down from beyond the worlds, and that allows opposites to come together. And that's also why through mitzvahs we can accomplish, we can reach Olam Hatchia, Tchias Amazing, the resurrection of the dead, where there'll be a revelation of Hashem from Bligvul, unlimited, ain't safe, and even far beyond what the souls receive as their reward and their pleasure from understanding of Hashem in Gan Eden. And that's because in Gan Eden it's limited according to what they can take, whereas in Tchias Amesim, at the time of the resurrection of the dead, it will be unlimited, and therefore even the body is not an impediment for this great spiritual light. And so this is only possible through being given this opportunity at the giving of the Torah. And this is why, because through Torah we reach Kesel, we reach beyond. That's why at the giving of the Torah we were given these crowns. Then the Maimer explains at the end that how this relates to a pasuk about Matan Torah in Tehillim Samaches, It's quite Kabbalistical and beyond the scope now, but it references the two special angels, Matat and Sandal, coming together as one, and relating that to what is accomplished through Matan Torah as well.